Hello.
You're visible. All right,
Yes.
so I good.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Tell me, introduce yourself, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Yasmin, and I'm working as an English teacher, and I'm basically from Bihar. So, I think that's enough to introduce myself.
Yes, yes. Okay. So when you started your YouTube channel?
I started my YouTube channel in December 2023.
So the 3 months back only.
Yeah, it's been just 3 months.
Yes, yes. So you are you a tutor?
Yeah, actually, I teach at home, and as well as I teach to some madrasas students. They live in hostels, so I just go and teach them. Yeah.
Okay. Mm. So are you interested in what do you say to take an online class?
Yeah, I love actually in my way. Actually, I want to take online classes because what I prefer, I want to do work from home, and that's
Yes.
why I was thinking I will start online classes and in my actually I don't want to teach only English language. I just want to teach like a personality development course. There where I just want to work on not only the English but also work on their habits, their personality, like their dressing sense, like their way of thinking, way of talking, and their the most important thing is the communication skill. So I
Yes.
just want to work on all these kinds of things on a student. Yeah.
So actually, what's your qualification, ma'am?
I have completed my graduations
In which streams?
from uh, from arts subject. I am an art student, so I have completed my from Urdu literature.
Okay. So what do you do in your free time? What I mean to say, what is your hobbies? What are
Actually, my hobbies, I love to read self-help books and I talk with the people. Actually, I have installed one app that is Hello Talk. So in that I just create a voice room and there are lots of non-native speaker, native speaker. I just connect with everyone and I talk with the human psychology about self-growth and what are the challenges they are going through in their life so that I could learn from each other. So in
mm.
my free time, I just do these kinds of things.
So and how you practice your English? I mean to say, what are the techniques you use?
Actually, I don't do anything. I just, I just create the voice room. So there I spend my time and I can say likewise, I just practice. Right now, I just practice. That is my practice as well. But earlier, I used to practice with myself. With
Mm.
myself, I would talk in front of the mirror. I would do some crap things like recording and talking in front of the mirror. Sometimes I would talk with myself, like I would do like a storytelling. Anything would come in my mind, I just make a story and I just start talking with them.
Mhm. Who inspired you, ma'am, to speak in English? And is there anybody who supports you to learn?
Actually, I can say to be honestly, no one inspired me. Since childhood, I was extremely obsessed with this language. I just wanted to learn it. But just because I didn't have the environment in Bihar, I can say in my area, I didn't see anyone who was speaking English. And there was no any institute for speaking English. So I was thinking, let's do something like that. And just because I think I have a YouTube channel. So I started
Okay.
learning from the YouTube channel. Yeah, yeah, doing it.
Daily, how many sessions you have?
Actually, it's not fixed. I can say about the sessions, like about my uploading video, right?
Yes, yes, I'm asking about that.
Yeah, it's not like sometimes I'm able to these days I'm able to do, but I'm thinking I need to make my own videos as well, except the conversation videos, because people really need it about their habits, the communication skill. So I need to make the videos on it as well because I will be the way that kinds of way I will be able to improve myself as well, right? So I'm able to make the videos. These days I'm able to make every day. But I'm thinking I need to make some others video that should be my own. Like there should be not a conversation videos. That should be separate. Yeah.
Okay. So, according to you, what is important? what you see, some people think that first we have, they'll go, even myself also, I went to, what do you say, that crash course or some, what do you say, spoken English course, like that. So they teach everything, but only we had that bookish knowledge. That time we do not have any speaking. They say that unless and until you speak, you won't get the command on that language. So I went like that on that type of the institutes. So how you do, how you learn, is that grammar is important or vocabulary? People feel that once we learn everything, we will work on grammar, vocabulary. Last we will do about this speaking part. Once we get the command on that these two parts, no, again we'll start speaking. So how you improved, according to you, what is the important?
Actually, according to me, I think listening is the most important thing. Like I'm gonna give you one example. Like when we were a child, how did we learn our mother tongue? That time I didn't know grammar. We didn't know anything, right? But having said that,
Yes.
we were able to speak in Hindi just by the listening, right? We would listen to our family members, our siblings, and then we would imitate them. And likewise, we learned a new language, right? So I focused on firstly, I focused on the listening, and in listening, after that, I thought now I'm able to I'm able to live, able to, I can say, firstly, I just wanted to be comfortable in this language. And then after
Yes,
what
yes.
I did, I started working on the grammar. Because if I don't know the grammar, then how would I be able to construct the sentences? I know there are lots of YouTubers who just say grammar is not important, right? And I just want to let them know that grammar is not important, but it's only for those person who has the environment of speaking, right? They can improve themselves by listening. But the other person who doesn't have the environment of speaking, so they need to learn grammar because whenever
Yes,
we'll be
minimum
able,
grammar than required.
right? That's why
Yes.
I started learning the grammar. I started making, but I would like to just suggest that in grammar we don't need to go so deep. There are some very short things that we need to learn. Like I'm gonna
Yes.
give you one example, like tense, voice, and like conditional sentences, causative verbs. These are the thing that is important. But rest of thing it doesn't matter, right? And that's what I also followed. I learned these things and then I worked on my vocabulary and then I just started speaking. Because if I don't have the vocabulary, if I don't know how to construct the sentence, and if I talking with anyone, so maybe I feel underconfident. I won't be able to feel confident. I may start fumbling because if I would start talking, if I don't have that much vocabulary, so from inside, maybe I can feel that I don't have that much word. And what if we ask any question? What if I'm not able to answer them? So that's what I did. I started working the grammar and my vocabulary. Then I started speaking English. So this was my strategies to work on this language.
Okay. Most of the people will complain that we learn so many words, but vocabulary words, but we didn't use it in a sentence. We used to forget about that. What do you say to them?
Actually, yeah, it's a human tendency. We when we learn the new words, we just forget it. But what we need to do is that if you want to improve your vocabulary, first you need to make your own dictionary because there are thousands of words. So it's not possible to learn all the words, right? So we need to make a dictionary, and in that dictionary, there should be that kinds of vocabulary that we use in our day-to-day life. And every day just try to pick up only three words, because if you try to go more than three words, so maybe we can forget after 2 or 3 days later. So if you pick up only three words, then we should try to make some sentences of it. And while we are talking with ourselves or with anyone, we should just try to use that vocabulary, because if we don't use that vocabulary, we may forget it. So in a day, I think 2 to 3 times. Firstly, we have to make the sentence, and then after 2 to 3 times, we should try to use that vocabulary in our speaking.
Yeah. And what do you suggest daily? How long one should practice on English? How much time they should spend? People
Actually,
will say that 30 days English, they'll give some 30 days course like that. Is it possible to learn this language in 30 days?
actually, I can't say. And I can't say it's possible in 30 days. It depends on the person. The more you improve, the more you practice, the more you learn. The more you be improve as well. So if you really want to improve yourself, so you don't have to fix a time. Just I just have to do practice only 30 minutes and 20 minutes and 40 minutes. It should be not like that. If you really obsessed with this language, so whatever your time get, you should just adapt yourself. You should just devote yourself, because what I believe, English is not the only one thing that we have to do in our life, that we have to learn in our life, right? There are lots of things. So I think if we are doing something, so we should not try to be a monkey mind, because we human beings, we have a monkey mind. Sometimes we do this, sometimes we do that. We just try to do lots of things at a time, and that's why we are not able to do that one thing. And then after we complain that it's not working for me, right? So I just think that firstly we just try to do focus on one thing as much as we can. We just try to devote ourselves. We just try to give our 100%. And I think within 3 months it's possible if you devote yourself. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
depends on the
You said that,
consistency.
yes, yes. You said that you teach to two persons. You teach spoken English to two persons. So, are they too small, or they are enough? I mean to say, what's the age criteria? Why? Because if they are small, from the starting, like phonic sounds, from there you have to start. Just a basic English like parts of speech and subjective pronouns. So, how you teach? From where you start?
Actually, I teach madrasas students. They have very basic learners. They don't even
Ye-
know how to write their name. They didn't know
Yes,
anything. But now they are making sentences. They are in present continuous tense. Like I started,
yes,
they were not able to, if I say write my name, they were not able to make, because they were from Urdu medium, and they were not even able to write anything on phone as well, how to text to anyone in English language. But now I have improved them. I have worked on them a lot, and they're able to literally they are not able to make the sentences present indefinite, present continuous, and simple sentences as well. So it depends on like what is their level. I have like teach I have taught from basic levels, and I have taught from those students who are from like English medium, who are like not the beginner, I can say they're intermediate. So I'm teaching them as well. Like I'm teaching them as a personality development trainer, not as just English trainer. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So, anything else you want to say?
Actually, I just want to know about your journey. I mean, what was your main focus? Like in English, everyone say that listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These four things is important. So what do you think? Like, what is the most important for learning a new language?
Yeah. When I used to as a work as a teacher, that time my co-learners or my principals like that is say that they'll give daily one word to them, suggest their word, give them one word, and they tell that you should work on this word, make some sentence, and by the end of month you'll get 30 words. And daily, if you do 10 sentences on each word, no, your vocabulary will improve. And the most thing is LSRW, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. This is very important for every person to get command on English or any other language like that. So I follow that one. So that makes me to improve my skill.
Oh,
So I listen to some podcasts, and I'll write daily. I'll write few sentences and daily routine. What I have done is since from morning to evening, and sometimes I'll recall it, and I'll speak to myself like that. So
so
this is how.
have you never used any app for speaking English?
Yeah, I used one app, the Talk Now app, but the only thing is we should get a correct persons like that. Most of the time, we what do you say that uh, people will not, they're not come for different for the different things. So they want to just have a chit chat with someone. If I approach to any girl also, no, they're not interested. Once they start knowing that we are married and like that, they'll disconnect the call. So
Exactly, it
this is
happened.
so I
Like say,
thought that no, this is not, I should start with myself only. And I started to speaking my with my daughter, and few peoples who come to visit my home. So I started my journey like that.
I think you created your environment at home, and it's a big thing because everyone
Yes,
don't do it.
yes.
Yeah.
Once we start now, definitely they'll also come to that only. They'll also follow that. If the, even if we ask, she asked me in my my mother tongue is Telugu. Even she asked me in Telugu only, but I'll reply her in English only. So again she'll start, because she's a small, no, she'll not feel like that, shyness is not there, that they'll not bother about, small children will not bother about these things. So I feel very comfortable while talking, while speaking with them. So this is how I learning.
It's a good thing because you are not improving yourself, but also your child. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Creating the environment by your own self. So that's amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have
So
any
anything
more
else?
questions?
No, Ina, that's all for now. Thank you so much for having conversation with you. I'm so glad.
Most
This is
welcome, most
nice
welcome.
meeting to you. I hope we'll have in future also
Sure,
the
I would
same
love
conversation.
to learn. Thank you so much.
Shall I wrap it?
Oh yeah,
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye. Take care.